Hello, everyone. Welcome to Caterpillar's second quarter 2021 financial results. I'm Rusty Dunn from the company's enterprise communications team. Pleased to be with Caterpillar Chief Financial Officer Andrew Bonfield. And Andrew, it's been a minute since we've been in the same room.
It has been a little while, Rusty. This is the 6 quarters since we actually were last together, so it's great to be here and great to have a chance to interact in person.
Well, let's get to it. The second quarter numbers are now in the books. The company has delivered, and we're going to start with sales and revenue, but first maybe some perspective on what's taken place this last several months.
Yes, so overall, sales and revenues for the quarter were up $2.9 billion or 29% to $12.9 billion. That was across all our business segments and across all consolidated geographic regions. As we come out and the economies reopen, we are starting to see, obviously, economic recovery. That's driving our customers to want more equipment, and that's helping us, particularly in construction industries and resource industries are leading the way. But energy and transportation is starting to see some of that growth come back as well.
Yeah, and you're right. We're in that transition period toward a post-COVID environment. So let me ask you about profit per share then, sort of getting to the bottom line from the quarter.
So very strong profit performance. So overall, adjusted profit per share was up over 100% to $2.60 versus $1.27 a year ago. We saw strong operating margin, so our adjusted operating margin was up 480 basis points to 14.1%. So that was driven mostly by higher volume, and that really has projected the strong profit performance we saw in the quarter.
Andrew, it's always important to talk about cash deployment and capital. Put some perspective around those things.
Overall, very strong free cash flow. So in our ME&T business, we saw free cash flow of $1.7 billion in the quarter, $3.4 billion year to date. So that's really strong performance, reflecting the strong operating performance coming through, feeding through into cash. Overall, $10.8 billion of cash sitting on a consolidated balance sheet. What that's meant is the board could take the decision to actually increase the dividend from August by a further 8% per quarter, which is great news for shareholders. And at the same time, we recommence share buybacks. And in total, we returned $800 million of free cash back to shareholders in the quarter.
We always encourage people to go out to Caterpillar.com and look at that quarterly release in detail. A lot of great information there. But if you were to put some final points on it, Andrew, for the quarter, some key takeaways for people.
Well, overall, obviously, there's some challenges out there as the industrial world starts to recover. Obviously, there are supply chain challenges. They're well known, things like semiconductors. Obviously, that's impacting our operations just the same as it's impacting every other company. Our teams are doing wonderful work making workarounds to keep the factories moving, keep producing to enable us to meet that end user demand. So the focus really is on making sure we can do what we can to keep our customers doing the work that they need to do and driving their business performance as well.
Excellent. Thank you for taking us through those numbers. And it's always interesting and it's educational when we go beyond the numbers, and you have some great conversations every quarter. Sustainability is what we're focusing on this go around. It's a core value for Caterpillar, and the company is committed to contributing to a reduced carbon future. And you recently chatted with one of the people who's leading that effort and showing our ongoing commitment to sustainability. Let's watch.
Hello everybody, and welcome to this quarter's Beyond the Numbers. I'm joined today by Jeff Wilson, who is our Head of Global Total Rewards. Jeff is also responsible for environmental health and safety matters, which includes sustainability. Hello Jeff. Sustainability is one of our core values. Please can you explain how ESG matters are embedded in our overall strategy for the company?
At Caterpillar, sustainability is our commitment to building a better world. It's who we are and what we do every day. As we leverage all three elements of the enterprise strategy also to deliver on our sustainability initiatives through operational excellence, expanded offerings, and services. This is a really important connection through to the enterprise strategy on sustainability and matters of environmental, social, and governance.
One of the things when I talk to investors and to many of my peers is the lack of a standard framework for reporting on sustainability matters. We've adopted the Sustainability Accounting Standards Board framework for our sustainability reporting. Perhaps you can explain to us why we felt that was so important.
Simply stated, The SASB framework provides sector-specific guidelines for standardized ESG reporting. And this matters because comparability in reporting and disclosures is increasingly important for investors who consider sustainability-related matters in their decision-making process. The SASB framework, it offers a uniform approach to defining what's financially material, market-informed, and industry-specific in sectors. The investor preference for the SASB framework, it comes through consistently in all of our shareholder engagement calls. And adopting this framework in 2019 and 2020 sustainability reports, it's an important reflection on how we incorporate shareholder feedback into how we evolve our disclosures. And in fact, 4 of our 7 new sustainability goals to achieve by the year 2030 are in fact SASB-related topics.
5 of the 7 measures we're using for our 2030 goals are climate-related. Can you explain why that's been such an important area of focus for us?
We do have an amplified focus on climate and environment in our new goals. In fact, an important climate objective is our commitment to further reduce our absolute Scope 1 and Scope 2 greenhouse gas emission goals by another 30% by the year 2030. And our customer and our stakeholder interests are represented and reflected in our climate goal that commits us to deliver 100% of new products that are more sustainable than the prior generation through improved efficiency, reduced waste, building for remanufacturing and redesign, and of course, lower emissions. And importantly, this goal supports our customers' ability to meet their own sustainability objectives. So our next decade ESG ambitions also include mitigating environmental impacts, and that's represented in our operations water and our operations waste goals. And of course, our 2030 goals would not be complete without the inclusion of our goal to further our industry-leading position on employee safety and reducing recordable injury frequency by another 50% by the year 2030, which reflects our steadfast commitment to prioritizing the safety, health, and well-being of our workforce.
Yeah, great conversation with Jeff. We know customers care about sustainability. We're in the early stages of energy transition, so we'll be talking about this for a long time to come.
Absolutely, and it's really important that we play our part as Caterpillar on that journey for our customers to actually help them meet their goals and their carbon reduction goals in particular.
Andrew, very nice to see you in person. I look forward to being right back here next quarter, but glad to have you here.
Great to see you too, Rusty.
And thanks to all of you for watching. Take care, stay safe, have a great day.